everyone, I'm Chloe Grant. I'm a 19-year-old racing driver from Scotland and I'm going to answer some interview questions for you. Yes, I do remember the exact moment. Originally, I started karting when I was 7 years old, but it was just for fun. And then when I was 11 years old, I moved up into a quicker category in karting, and like significantly quicker. And I remember that day, as soon as I hit the track in my new kart, bigger, new engine, faster, I remember that adrenaline rush and feeling the speed and just thinking, oh my god, this is amazing and this is exactly what I want to be doing for the rest of my life. I quite enjoy the gym. I pretty much do it every single day. Obviously you do have to have rest days. You don't want to push your body too far, and obviously I have different weeks where I need to be softer because I've got a race coming up, and I've got weeks where I need to push as hard as I can to build muscle. I actually have this app and it's called Arrow. I'm not sponsored by them, I promise. My friend recommended it to me and I found it really good. It's helped to keep me more disciplined and keep me more consistent in my training. When it comes to mental stress, I'm still trying to master that, but I've found mindfulness has really helped. Just sitting and being present with yourself, closing your eyes, and just focusing on your breath, just trying to focus on one thing at a time. I found that helpful, but the biggest thing for me is visualization, and I do this before I get in the car normally as well, just sitting down and visualizing a lap and trying to get it as close to the actual real life time it would be on track as well, like in my head. I found that to be really calming. And then the other mental stress of motorsport, that's just other things in general, like trying to get the funding and other things you can't really control. I just have to deal with it. You should stay in school, but I hated school. I don't think it plays an important part. I mean, it depends what you're doing, but for me, there's not a single thing I learned in school that I use now. There's not a single thing. I had a horrible time in secondary school, high school, whatever you call it. I didn't like it. It was never a thing to me. Racing always came first, so I had to miss it. I didn't care, so I'm probably not the best role model for that. But then luckily when I went to college, when I was 16 years old, it was a college set up by our UK licence holder in the UK, Motorsport UK. So they set up a course with Loughborough College for racing drivers, and that wasn't every single day, it was like 2 weeks a month, and it still helped me to get further education, and I did get some benefits from that. I definitely learned some things from that course that helped me with my driving in the future, and like sponsorship as well and other aspects like that, and training. So that was amazing. I'm very grateful that I got to do that in college. They made it easy to balance both worlds. No, they've never doubted me, never ever. Obviously my dad's funded a lot of it. In karting he funded it all, and then what we can only race from sponsorship in cars because it's too expensive, but any time that we've sadly not been able to raise the full budget and still a bit of money that we haven't been able to raise, my dad has to cover that. So I'm very grateful to my dad for everything he's done for me. My mum's just been emotional support. She's been incredible. I can talk to her about anything. My oldest sister Lucy has done like my media marketing, basically been my manager. And then my other sister Katie is not a fan of motorsport, but she's still been very good to have by my side. And she's actually now, she's more hands-on now. She does all my YouTube thumbnails, so she does that. Yeah, but motorsport's not really her thing, but she's still very supportive. I don't set goals anymore. Everybody's different, and for me personally, when I set a goal and say like, oh, I need to finish here, I get in my own head and get really negative, and it ends up being a bad thing and I make mistakes. So I'm taking a different approach this year. I'm just chilling, there's no expectation. I'm just training the best I can to be the best I can, and I'm getting in the car and driving and doing the best of my capabilities. The ultimate goal is essentially professional racing driver. I'm not setting a championship. I'm kind of thinking about it all in my head, but I just want to take it step by step and keep it quite private to myself just now. But yeah, professional racing drivers, the ultimate. Thank you to this account for reaching out to me and for having me on here. It's been a pleasure. I hope you all have a wonderful day, and thanks for listening to this video.